Alright, Shalom. Before I get started, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash. Double honor to the elders apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, and who are the true leaders of Israel today, starting with Elder Pastor Tahar on down. I also like to give double honor to the head and the elder of the Men of Israel camp, the Chazak, whom I teach under down here in Greenville, South Carolina. To y'all, I'd like to say Shalom. Also, by the way, Shalom teaches Sid Akim is pushing his word and his truth and all sincerity and righteousness in these last days. To y'all, I'd like to say Shalom. Now coming back to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shion with Shah with another exhortation video. And pretty much I want to do a lesson on this situation that happened, a couple days ago, no more than a week ago. And it happened up here where I'm at, damn near, not too far, where I'm at. Probably take me about a 30-minute drive just to get there, man. But pretty much, you had a Jake, and you probably it's hitting, worldwide news right now, man. All right, but you had a Jake that went into, I believe they could be Moab from the looks of it. I'm pretty sure they Moabites, which the so-called Chinese. But anyway, Jake went into the store or whatever, and he went to get like 4 water bottles or whatever, but he ended up putting them back. And I guess Moab tried to say he was stealing, and you'll see it in the clip when I get ready to play it. But pretty much Moab thought that the little Jake was stealing out of their store. You already know how that goes, man. Any convenience store or restaurant we may go into, hey man, we're gonna get eyes on us, man. Whether if you wicked or not, man, you just gonna have eyes on you just because I say skin, but really because of who you are as an Israelite. They understand who you is in the spirit, man. Well, I ain't gonna say spirit because he's a wicked spirit, but they know your nation, man. They know who you come from. They know who you descend from: Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So hey man, when you go into these different places and stores or whatever, man, you gonna be the main target, man. Matter of fact, if you ever watch that movie, Don't Be a Menace, while sipping your juice in the hood with the Wayne brothers, you can just look it up on YouTube or whatever. But look up that movie and look up the Chinese store scene. Hurry up and buy. Pretty much you had the Moabite bitch was trying to tell Lot Dog and his cousin to pretty much hurry up and buy, out of the store. But it was the Edomite that came in after them, and Esau was in there stealing shit, but it was too busy, worrying about Jake, and Jake the one who wasn't stealing. Esau was the main one stealing shit, while Jake, just having eyes all on them. Esau in the back just stealing shit. Just to go to show you, man. Hey, man, we can't catch a break in this kingdom, man. Whether it's coming from Esau, Edom, or these other nations, man, we're gonna catch hell on all sides, man. But I'm gonna play this clip so y'all can see.
Moment, Cyrus walking to the cooler, opening the door, taking out 4 bottles of water, one by one, standing there, then putting every single one back, one by one, closing the cooler. He never took a thing. But before he could reach that door, the store owner's wife said something in Cantonese, and within seconds, surveillance cameras captured all 3 of them, Alice Chow, Andy Chow, and Rick Chow, running after him. The investigator was asked, "Do you remember the moment you realized Cyrus never took anything?" He said, "I do." Did Cyrus Carmack Belton ever brandish a firearm inside that store? The investigator's answer, no. Did he ever point a laser at anyone inside that store? No. Has anyone ever said he did? No one. That testimony came from the investigator who sat inside Rick Chow's own back office the night of the shooting, watching the store's surveillance footage play out on Chow's personal laptop, with Chow himself operating every camera angle. He was then asked what Chow's reaction was, in that moment, whether anyone showed any emotion when they realized the entire confrontation. The chase, the shoe flying off, the fall, the shot, had started over something that never even happened. The investigator's answer, "Not to my recollection." The jury then watched the surveillance footage themselves, slide by slide, camera by camera, every angle from inside that store. Alice Chow visible in frame, Andy Chow with his hat on backwards behind the counter, Rick Chow in a plaid shirt moving through the store, and Cyrus browsing the aisles, walking to the cooler, putting the water back, picking up his backpack, and walking toward the door. This is the moment Cyrus...
You see that? So pretty much, Moab, you know, pretty much got found not guilty, which I don't see how. You know, he should have been guilty. But they go to show you, man, the Lord ain't no joke, man. You know, like the Lord say, have any perished being innocent? You know, hey, the Lord had judgment for him, man. He shouldn't have been put to death because, I mean, only thing he did was, you know, grab the water bottles and put them back, which I don't know why he would grab, you know, 4 water bottles in the first place and then just decide to put them back. You know, I mean, that's something I just don't know. You know, I'm not about to just pick up 4 water bottles and just put them back, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong, yeah, you may want something else, but just picking up 4 of them and then just putting them back is I don't know, man. That's just me. But, you know, and then they say he didn't have no gun. They knew he didn't have a gun on him. He did put the shits back. She saw him put them back. But they just want to, what? They just want to do what they want to do. They want to take matters into their own hand and put the man to death. You know, because they probably got hatred towards Jake too, for whatever reason. You know, and part of the reason being Jake probably be coming into their establishment and probably just be fucking it up and probably just stealing shit out of there. So they probably got fed the fuck up, and he was a target. You know, he was that target. You know, it just had to be him. The Lord had judgment upon him. You know, like I said, have any perished being innocent? You know, so hey, yeah, that little Jake died unjustly, but hey, in the Lord's eyes, hey, he had judgment. You know, he just had judgment. But this right here goes to show you, man, Jake can't catch a break over here in the Americas, man, or wherever they may be in the 4 corners. You know, they're gonna catch hells on all 4 corners, man. You know, and and then the thing is, like, out of all the solutions, y'all went to go shoot this man. You know, y'all ran after him. You know, for a piece of what? Well, he ain't even steal shit. You can't even say he stole. But I'm gonna just say, for example, a water bottle. You know, y'all try to put him to death over a fucking not even a $2 water bottle, man. Come on, man. That's crazy, man. You know, you pretty much had Jake's. You know, they you know, 2/3, you know, Jake's. They took matters into their own hand and damn near, you know, demolished the fucking store, man. You know, throwing water bottles everywhere, throwing bricks, stealing shit out of there. You know, you can just look up the videos on it, man. You know, so I'm gonna get these 2 scriptures. You know, my phone about to get ready to die, so I'm gonna just try to make it a little quick. You know, so this is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 16, and this is in the curses, by the way. When you start up the verse 15, it tell you that, you know, we didn't follow the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shai, that all these curses was going to be put upon us, right? So Deuteronomy 28 verse 16, it says, "Curse should not be in the city, and curse should not be in the field." You see that? We was going to be cursed, all right, in the cities, all right, which the city represents, you know, the Americas, man, wherever Jake dwelling, all right. And then it said in the field, meaning the plantations, the modern day plantations, right? We're gonna be cursed. Anything is reliable to happen, all right, when you step foot out here, out of your house, man. Shit, not even out of the house. Sometimes shit can happen in your house. You done had accidents where, you know, I forgot what was that Zion name, that bitch, but the police shot her in the head. It happened maybe, you know, a couple of it happened after the George Floyd situation. You know, I forgot Tiana Bread, whatever her damn name was. But you know, she got shot in the head by a police officer, man. You know, so no matter where you at, man, hey, man, anything is reliable to happen, all right, because we are a cursed people. The Lord said, "Curse should not be in the city, and curse should not be in the field," man. Meaning we could die. We can, you know, anything happen towards us, man. You know, anything is reliable to happen, man. And that's another reason why you should pray before leaving the house, man. That's one thing I always, you know, try to do, you know, when I leave the house is pray, man. Pray before I, you know, get ready to get in drive in my car, man. You know, I ask it, you know, how about I'm trying to make sure I make it to my destination safely and let no harm come my way, man. You know, because hey, man, I ain't trying to see judgment out here on these streets, man. You know, so let's go get the book of Zechariah chapter 11 and verse 5. It says, who possessors slay them. And not only are we possessors of Esau, we also possessors of these other nations like Moab, Ammon, Ham, you know, so forth on, man. You know, so it says who possesses slay them. You see, that Moabite, you know, slew that little Jake, man, over a fucking water bottle, or for whatever reason. You know, he slew him. Right? It says who possesses slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord Yahweh, while Yahweh shine for him. It's like I had received a phone call. But like it says, for I'm rich and their own shepherds pity them not. You see there? It said they hold themselves not guilty. The Moabite nigga got they held him not guilty, man. They said he was innocent. How can that man be innocent, man? The Jake ain't had no gun on him. The Jake ain't threatened him. The Jake didn't steal nothing. But yet he was found innocent, man. That goes to show you, man. Jake can't catch a break in this fucking kingdom, man. You know, Jake can't catch a break. How can you be found innocent when the Jake ain't had nothing on him to pretty much, you know, scare y'all or be a threat towards y'all, man? That goes to show you, man, Jake is cursed on this side, man. And we need a deliverer, man. We need Yahweh Shai to deliver us, bro. Because if not, hey, man, we all gonna die, man. You know? That's why the Lord say you must shorten the days, man. Because if not, man, you leave it up to them, man. Esau already trying to, you know, wipe us out by putting chemtrails and, you know, polluting the food and all that bullshit, the water, whatever. And then you got the other nations killing us, man. We need salvation, man. You know, we need fucking salvation, man. You know, for you niggas out here saying we don't need salvation, man, y'all niggas are wicked, man. That mean y'all love this place. Only a wicked person would say they don't need salvation. They don't need a savior, man. You know, and then y'all in the mindset of, you know, we God. Okay, if you God, then why are we going through this shit, man? You know, if you saying you God, why are we going through this? Why that happened to that little Jake? You know, hey. But anyway, man, Lord willing, this quick exhortation video was fine, edifying. You know, I had to make it a little quick because my phone about to die. It's on 3. But Lord willing, this video was edifying. I'm going to close with giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechakwadash. Double honor to the elders, apostles, great millstone, who rule well and teach well, and who are the true leaders of Israel today. Stop with elder apostles to harm down. And double honor to the head and the elder of the man of Israel camp, the Chazak, whom I teach under, down here in Greenville, South Carolina. And shalom to each and sit Akim. Shalom.